Hello everyone. இன்னையிலிருந்து சேனல்ல போட போற வீடியோஸ் எல்லாமே இங்கிலீஷ்ல இருக்க போகுது. சோ தமிழ் தெரிஞ்சவங்க மட்டும் தான் இந்த வீடியோ பார்க்கணும்ல எல்லாரும் பார்க்கலாம். Hey everyone. If you go and check your shoe rack, the shoe rack, you will definitely find a pair of Bata shoes. If not, if you just go and ask an elderly person or aged person, he or she will definitely have a pair of Bata shoes. That especially in India. That is how Bata is connected to the Indian family. Even now, the global CEO of Bata is an Indian. So, how did Bata become so close to the Indian family? First of all, who is this Bata? Where they started? Are they Indian? The answer for all these questions lies in this whole video. Don't skip this video, watch till the end. In 1894, Thomas Bata, along with his brother Antonin Bata and his sister Anna Bata, started the Bata Shoe Company in a city called Zlin in Czechoslovakia. They were cobblers for many generations, so it was very easy for Thomas Bata to run the business. At the early stages, there were only 10 employees and they were manufacturing their shoes using leather. But since it is starting stage, they were not financially stable. They moved from leather to canvas and they started to make their shoes in canvas. That canvas shoe became a huge hit. People started to like the canvas shoes and started to buy it. The sale of canvas started to grow. In 1904, Thomas Bata read an article in newspaper about the shoe making machines in America. So he took two of his employees along with him and went to America. He stayed there for 6 months along with his 2 men. He studied the process of shoemaking, how they make their shoes using machines or manual. He studied the whole process and then came back to here, Zlin, and he implemented all of those he studied. After that, he produced a new shoe called Bata. It became a huge hit. Bata became the first company in Europe to manufacture shoe in a larger manner. After that, in 1908, his brother Thomas Bata's brother Antonin Bata passed away. On the very next year, 1909, Bata started to export its shoes to Germany, Balkan and the Middle East countries. Now, the important part or the important section of Bata shoe history, the World War I. In 1914, the World War I, Bata took the military order, the military contract of making shoes, so they were paid in large numbers. Bata started to grow rapidly. Their employees increased 10 times. They opened many shops, but it did not last long. After the World War I, the whole nation suffered from a great economic crisis. Bata got worse hit. But Thomas Bata decided to come out of the situation. He decided to take a huge risk. That risk was two things. One, he decided to reduce the prices of shoes. He reduced 50%, half the price. And the second one, he convinced his employees and cut their salary for 40%. This was a huge risk, but it really paid him in a great way. People started to buy the half price shoes. It became a huge hit. The demands for those shoes increased, and this was the golden period of Bata. Thomas Bata used this opportunity very well and he took the whole business to the next level. They opened their new tanneries, their new chemical factory, their new mechanical plants, and they also had their own railway system. Bata had their own railway system to move their products from one place to another. They also had their own airway system. They also had their own airlines for business purposes. If one of their men want to move from one country to another country or one place to another place, they used to go by flight. Bata became the first country to use aircraft for their own business purposes. And Thomas Bata became the fourth richest person in Czech. After 1931, they opened their new factories in Germany, UK, Poland and Netherlands. The people who worked for the Bata got a new name. They are called as Bata men. In 1932, unfortunately, Thomas Bata died in an aircraft accident. Later, his position was shared by two persons. One, his brother Jan Bata, and second one, his son Thomas Bata's son Thomas John Bata. So these two persons started to take care of the company. After the death of Thomas Bata, his brother and his son expanded the company into 6 times in Czechoslovakia and around the world. Okay, Bata shoe and India, how it became so close to India. In the 1920s, after the 1925, one of the family member of Bata, the Bata family member came to India. He visited Kolkata. He saw people are walking barefoot. Even though some people have slippers, those slippers or shoes are not good or are not in good condition. They were made up of old tires. They were made from the remains of the tires. After that, in 1931, a new shoemaking factory was established in Kolkata. Now that place is called as the Bata Nagar. But the initial stages in India, they faced slight competition because the whole shoe market of India was conquered or in the hands of Japanese markets. But because of their durability, novelty and marketing techniques, Bata started to conquer the Indian shoe market. In 1939, just 8 years after this, Bata had 4,000 employees, 86 Bata shops and 3,500 pair of shoes were sold per week. In 1993, the factory which was in the Bata Nagar was the first ever Indian factory to receive an ISO 9001 certification. Now, the World War II. Before the World War II itself, in 1939, the Germany occupied the Czechoslovakia. So, Jan Bata, who was taking care of the business, got arrested. He was sentenced to jail for 15 days. After that, he flew to America with his family. Thomas John Bata was sent to Canada. But after that, John Bata was blacklisted by the US and UK for supporting the Axis powers. So from there, he again moved to Brazil. Till the war end, Jan Bata stayed in Brazil itself. After the end of war, Jan Bata returned to Czechoslovakia. After the war end also, he was sent to jail for 15 years for not supporting the anti-Nazi parties. So after that, they were in a situation that they can't do no more business in their home countries. So they decided in 1945 they kept Great Britain. They moved their headquarters to Great Britain in 1945. Now the whole responsibility is with Thomas John Bata, who is the son of Thomas Bata. He is in Canada right now. Now he took over the company. He started to expand the company in Latin America, Africa, Middle East and Asia. Between 1946 and 1960, 25 new factories were opened. 17,000 plus shops were opened. In 1962, Bata had their presence more than 72 countries in the world. After that, in 1964, from UK they moved their headquarters to Canada. Only after that, in 2004, they moved their headquarters from Canada to Switzerland. And in 2008, Thomas John Bata died at the age of 93. So this is how Bata was built. So now, we are going to learn 2 life lessons from Bata. Number 1, take risk. After the World War I, the whole nation faced a great economic crisis and even Bata got affected to the worst. But Thomas Bata took a great risk at that time. He reduced their shoes to 50% and he also cut down their employee salary to 40%. It paid him very well. The whole company started to expand only at that time. We can also say that it is the golden period of Bata at that time. And the second position, take care of your employees. Not like other companies. The people who work for Bata are called as Bata men. And also at the World War, the same time after the World War I, the employee salary was cut down to 40%. But for that, as a compensation, Thomas Bata provided them houses. He took care all the expenses of education of their children, of their employee children, and he also built hospitals for them. Even now, the people who work for Bata are called as Bata men, and they used to live near the factories so that they have their houses. The expenses of the children education is took care by the Bata company itself, and they have their own hospitals. They have many things like this. Bata helped them in a many ways. So these are the 2 life lessons that we learn from Bata. Number 1 is take risk, and number 2, take care of your employees. So that's all for today's videos. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you really like this video, hit the like button. If you want someone to see this video, just share it to others. And if there are any corrections in between or if I said anything wrong, you can just surely mention in the comment section. And one more thing, you can also suggest me a brand so that in upcoming days I will be able to make videos on the brand which you prefer. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you once again. Bye.